This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Stephanie Gandula from Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning, Nancy.
So let's start out by recapping the Nautical Festival, probably the best one ever, and several thousand people were there.
Absolutely. It was so much fun this year. I mean, the staff and all of our volunteers put in a lot of hard work, and it's a long, hot day. But this was actually one of my favorite maritime festivals. Everything went so smoothly. People were having fun. People were happy. We had lots of new food choices. It actually became, for the first year, a certified local food event through Taste the Local Difference, which was awesome. So that means that a high percentage of the food products that were served and sold there came from local farms.
Wow.
So that was cool. And the music, the music tent, the entertainment tent, which is a huge tent that we have there every year, was packed all day long. I mean, there was not, a lot of times I looked in there and there was not a seat open. Wow. So great entertainment. We had the Chelsea House Orchestra and the Song of the Lakes, and it was just a lot of fun. Great maritime festival. So looking forward to next year.
Well, congratulations to you and the staff and volunteers, because I know how much time and energy goes into that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking of time and energy, summer programming for kids.
Yes, we've got all sorts of summer programs. They're in the thick of things right now. All last week at the sanctuary, there were kids of all ages running around doing, building their own underwater robots, learning about the shipwrecks of the area, learning about ocean science all across our National Marine Sanctuary system. So these summer programs are still openings for all the August programs. And if you go to thunderbayfriends.org, it's really easy to find. There's an education tab, and click on that, and it's going to outline all the different programs available.
Okay, and a lecture series coming up, one you're very excited about.
That's right, yes. On Thursday night, we're continuing our lecture series. And so the July lecture is going to be delivered by Judy Kimball and John Porter, and they're talking about the local history around Camp Carefree and the village of Bell and that area up there in Presque Isle. So really neat local history that they've got some really cool insight through letters and postcards. So you don't want to miss that one. That starts at 7 o'clock this Thursday, of course free and open to the public.
And Lady Michigan is, I was going to say rolling along, but it doesn't roll.
Cruising along.
along.
That's right. 3 cruises a day, 10, 1, and 4. And visibility, of course, has been amazing, and they're having a lot of fun out there on the glass bottom boat. Lots of new interpretation and just telling the stories of the shipwrecks, but also talking a lot about the different science and different projects that happen out in the sanctuary. So I always like to tell people, if you came out and when it first got here in 2011 or a couple times throughout the years, it's time to go again, because it's always a fun trip.
Okay, wonderful. And there's lots of other things always going on at the sanctuary. I know you have a group of people coming in who are going to be completing their PhDs.
That's right. So in August, for the lecture series, we're going to be capitalizing on a group of scholars. It's the Nancy Foster Scholarship through the National Marine Sanctuaries program. And these are scientists from all sorts of different fields, and they have chosen to do their research in the different sanctuary sites across the system. So a lot of ocean research, of course, and they have to undergo, if they're accepted as a scholar, they get to undergo an intensive training at one of the sanctuary sites. This year, for the first time ever, all these scholars are going to come to Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Yes, and it's good. So they're going to deliver some presentations about their specific research. I haven't looked to see the nitty-gritty topics yet, or what they're talking about, but you can expect some cutting-edge studies of whales and plankton and all the different exciting research topics that are out there, and really excited to show. They're going to be here over a week, all these scholars, and a team from headquarters as well. So we're really excited to show off the area and get them into sanctuary waters exploring.
How exciting. Yay. And they can find out more about that on your website too.
That's right, thunderbay.noaa.gov. Always the Thunder Bay Friends, the Friends group that exists to support the sanctuary programs. Go to their website, thunderbayfriends.org, and Facebook is a great place. That's where we have the latest news and updates on all the activities that are happening at the sanctuary.
And the Friends group is always looking for new members.
That's right, always recruiting new members. We could not do the programs that we do, these summer programs that we're talking about, the visiting researchers, the lectures, the cinema series, all these fun things going on. We could not do that without the help of our Friends group.
And back to Lady Michigan for just a moment too. If you want to rent it for a special occasion.
Oh, yes. That's right, and that is really growing in popularity every single year. People are starting to see that as one of the best venues in town.
Yes.
To have a
family reunion.
Exactly, we just had a family reunion. Of course, there's been weddings, there's been receptions, there's been rehearsal dinners, even local clubs like Lions Club just came up from Greenbush Society to have a big, they did their meeting and then went out on the boat. So all sorts of different things you can. It's such a great venue to get together with people and be out and outside and enjoying the fresh air and out in sanctuary waters. So definitely keep in mind the Lady Michigan for your next event.
And if tourists who are traveling to town, or if you're going somewhere, Sanctuary Store, great
Yes.
place to get some good gift ideas.
That's right, and we just actually got a big shipment of new stuff, some jewelry. I should have worn the jewelry. Next time I'll wear the
Yes.
new jewelry, but some beautiful nautical themed sea glass jewelry that's really affordable and lovely, and some new books and some new logo wear, sweatshirts and things like that. So sometimes I forget to go out in the Sanctuary Store and check out what's out there. I'm sitting in my office, but it's you got to check it out. Some cool new stuff in there that'll probably be gobbled up pretty soon with all the tourists that are coming in.
Well, when you think of the number of tourists, when you think of the economic impact on our area, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yes, for sure. We'd like to think so. I mean, I'll get calls from people, oh, we heard you about the sanctuary on the radio, and they'll be down in the Detroit area and just interested in the best way to visit the area and how long are they going to stay. And they often, they're not just traveling through, they're often staying for a weekend or
yes.
for 2 or 3 days at a time. And I think the reach of sanctuary programs and just the beautiful area that the sanctuary is based, I think that reach just grows every year.
Amazing. And there's always things to do. You can come in, see the static displays, just fun things to do. Check out the website. Always something happening at Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary.
That's exactly right. And I'm glad you mentioned the displays and the exhibits, because by the time we talk next month or maybe the month after, we will have 2 new exhibits opening at the sanctuary. The marine debris exhibit, which is going to explore the serious issue of marine debris not only in our ocean but in our Great Lakes, and then a small exhibit about the reef restoration project that we were a part of that helped bring back fish habitat right in Isaacson Bay in front of the Lafarge cement plant. So 2 great interactive exhibits that are coming online in the next couple months.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. Talk to you next month.
Thanks, Nancy.
I'll be right back following these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm very pleased this morning to have as our guest Max Lindsay, former Dean of Students, good friend of mine, and a member of the Citizens for ACC group, helping get the word out to the community about our millage.
We sure hope to do that, Don. We're very proud of our institution, ACC, and all the good things, the good works that we've done, not over all these years, 62 years worth now, but also what's happened recently. But lots of good things are still going on, and we'll continue to do so.
Absolutely. And you're in a group with Tom Brindley, former controller and a great friend of ACC, and a regular contributor to the Alpena News. He recently wrote a very delightful article, and our good friend Roger Phillips, who's part of Citizens for ACC.
Very proud to be with my 2 good friends. For people who don't know, this is a life lesson that you learn with Dr. McMaster. The 3 of us went in and asked Dr. McMaster for a favor, so he's returned that in kind by asking us to be involved in the millage election, but we're all very happy to do that, Don.
Thank you. In true transactional fashion, the college president gives a favor and asks for one in return.
He giveth and he taketh. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think we both have spent much of our careers at ACC, and we love the place, as Tom and Roger and many others have. And so the millage renewal is an important piece of our business, and we're asking for 1.0385 mils for 10 years, which is the same amount that folks approved 10 years ago. And so tell me your kind of feel for the community and where, not to put you on the spot, where you think they are on that.
Well, I think, again, as you said, it's a renewal. It's not an increase. So the community has been, as you know, very supportive of ACC over the years. We separated from, remember the days when we were a K-14 system?
Yep.
We separated in 1979, and we had our charter millage of 1.5 mils. We added 1 mil to that, what we call a serial millage, in 1989. And since 1989, our community has supported us four consecutive times in renewing that millage. So the last time in 2008, so here we are again. And I'm very hopeful that, again, because of all the good works and the continuing efforts to partner with lots of people around, not only businesses, but all of our school districts in the area. And I'm particularly proud of some work that's been done recently with Alpena Public Schools. And
you should be.
They've certainly helped the college, and the college has helped them, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So.
Yeah. You should be proud of that. You were instrumental in helping us integrate and develop an early college partnership, which has become a statewide model for that. And we will have 120 or more students from APS who are kind of, and it's a sign of the times. They're registered as, they're still APS students, but they're Alpena Community College students as well. That line between what's what has become very permeable. Students go back and forth.
And that's, as you know, that's a big kudo for Governor Snyder.
It is.
He was involved many, many years ago when he was in high school, and he's done great work in bringing that program forward for the rest of the state. And now APS is very involved with the early college, but also Alcona is very interested, and Hillman.
We formed one with Alcona.
Atlanta,
right.
You know, all those school districts. So I think it's great for the students. It's a wonderful thing. It's really wonderful for the parents.
It is.
Because they don't have to pay anything for those college credits.
They don't.
The schools do that. So it's a great program.
It is. Well, you know, I have traveled around over the last 3 weeks to all of the townships except one, and service clubs. Those are primarily in Alpena. Townships aren't. And I've done the Alpena County Commissioners, and the experience has been really a revelation for me. In a couple of ways. One is the regard that people have for the college, not just this snapshot of July 2018, but I think it's a broad view that the college is an extremely important resource.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And you know, just looking at some of the statistics, 15,000 alumni. That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. But and both of us, I know, talk to you certainly a lot more than me. We'll have somebody come into our lives, and there's an Alpena connection, and generally with that Alpena connection, they ask about somebody from the college or somebody they knew at the college. Everybody went to the college at one time or another, it seems, and again, in a small community, I think we're just a wonderful resource.
Yes, and an important resource, and we're the people who are managing the resource now. I think the message the community sends us is, you know, don't look at the college as kind of a way to advance yourself or enrich yourself. You're a stakeholder, and the college needs to extend and be prosperous and successful after you're gone.
Oh, sure.
You know,
yeah.
So lay the groundwork, do the work, do it hard and well and energetically and honestly, and the community supports that. I think that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think the community is also supportive of new technology coming to the college. The work that you and staff have done in the drone project is, you know, that's a great example, I think, of cutting edge technology in a small northern community college. And it gives our students a leg up.
It does.
You know, it really does.
You know, that's funny you mention that. As I go out into the community, that is one of the things that they're most intrigued by. And I have a list of things that we've done over the last year that I think is a good list. You know, we've gotten 10 years reaccreditation. We graduated our first bachelor's degree student. You know, we were the Aspen Prize Top 150. A lot of things. Our line workers program won a national championship. Our enrollment numbers are good. Our graduation rates are very good.
Well, and graduation rate is one that always sticks out to me because over the years we've consistently been, if not one or two, certainly in the top 5, and that's gone on for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And I think that's something really to be proud of, and that says a lot, not only about our staff and our faculty, but it says an awful lot about our students.
It does. Max, it's been a pleasure talking with you. We could talk another 20 minutes easily, and I appreciate the work you're doing for Citizens for ACC. For those folks out there, please go out and vote on August 7th. And thank you for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.